Hola clase, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos, bienvenidas. Vamos a trabajar hoy con los verbos que se llaman stem change verbs or boot verbs. We actually learned this back when we were still at school. So the first thing that we need to remember is all the verbs in Spanish, they in the infinitive form, that means where they're not conjugated, all the verbs end in ar, or ear. And here's a quick reminder of the endings in the present tense. So for are, right, we have o, as, a, amos, an. Please pause the video. You need to write this down if you don't remember. So for our endings, o, as, a, amos, an. And then for er endings, we have o, es, e, hemos, en. O, es, e, hemos, en. And if our verb ends in ear, we're going to have o, es, e, imos, en. Be careful with the nosotros form. That has the change. This is step number 1. You need to remember the endings of the verbs. Paso número 2, step 2. We are going to conjugate the word poder. Poder means to be able to or can. And we're going to change the O to UE. Right? So be careful and be ready to change O to UE. We are going to get the stem now. Okay? So this is the step where we're going to start conjugating puede. We're going to be writing puede in all our conjugation chart. Paso número 3. Step 3, you are going to draw your conjugation chart. And we draw a shoe or a boot around because these are called boot verbs. So that's the reason. This is going to help you remind that inside the shoe or boot, we will have the change from O to UE. The ones outside won't have the change. So some of you don't like to use the shoe. It's fine with me, but if you need to remember, this is a great hint or tip that you can use, okay? So next, you're going to be writing your stems. Puede, 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 puede. So you have puede inside the shoe, all right? And we're gonna leave out the nosotros and the vosotros form. Don't make the change there. If you want to have your conjugation completed, then you have puede, 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 puede inside the box, the shoe. And outside, you have the nosotros form with pod. And then I cross out the vosotros form because we usually don't use it in class, okay? But if you want to do the conjugation for vosotros, you write pod as well, pod and pod. Vámonos al paso 4. Paso número 4 es a color, because I forgot that we need a color, so you can see the conjugation. So here we go. Tenemos el verbo poder, to be able to or can, and poder ends in er. So the endings for er are o, es, e, hemos, en. We're going to add these endings into our conjugation chart. So this is how it looks like at the end. Yo puedo, tú puedes, ella puede, nosotros podemos, y ellos pueden. As you can see, the endings are in green. O, es, e, hemos, en. Right? So be careful with the nosotros form. That won't have the O to UE change. Okay? Examples of this sentence. Yo puedo cantar, tú puedes bailar, ella puede correr, nosotros podemos cocinar y ellos y ellas pueden nadar. Now, let's do some exercises together. Get a pen and paper ready, and let's see if you can do this by yourselves. Ejercicio número 1, okay? So try this with me. Dormir, to sleep. Make the change to O to UE. So the first thing you're going to be doing is change the O to UE, and you're gonna get the stem, okay? So the stem is gonna be duerm. Then step 2, you're gonna draw your shoe, so you remember which ones need to be changed, and then you write duerm. I'm doing this with you at the same time. Duerm, duerm, duerm. Okay, so you have duerm, 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 duerm. Now, let's do the nosotros form. The nosotros form won't have a change, so it's just dorm. Right? So I have dorm y una X para vosotros form. Okay? Last step, add the endings. Okay? The endings, dormir en ir. So endings for ir are o, es, e, imos en. Okay? So make the change, write it down. Yo duermo, tú duermes, ella duerme, dormimos y duermen. So this is how it looks like at the end. Duermo, tú duermes, ella, él y usted duerme, nosotros dormimos y ellos duermen. Clase, if you want to keep practicing at home, here's some exercises that you can do. Jugar. Try in your notebook if you are doing this with me. Jugar has a change from O to UE. Jugar means to play, right? Volver, to return or to come back, has a change in the first O to UE. And send me your exercise if you want me to see it. If you have questions, probably you can do it without any problem. And guys, a little note about llover. Llover means to rain, okay? We don't actually rain. Humans, we don't rain. So, but we use the conjugation. So in your homework that I sent this week, you have llover. We don't conjugate the whole thing. We do the third person only. It rains, right? This is it rains, llueve, like it's raining, llueve. Y llueven, sometimes we use it in advanced Spanish. So llueve and llueven. So in your activity for this homework that I'm assigning, just use the third person, right? Gracias y nos vemos a la próxima. Cuídense mucho. Los extraño. Really miss you guys. Adiós.